All right. So it's 6:54 right now, and it's time for me to start climbing to the moon. I don't know how long it was that I was taking a break. Probably like a whole hour. I'm starting to think maybe I've been resting a little too much, but I guess it's better to rest too much than to rest too little, right? So let's see. I was talking about GameCube games, so I took a quick glance at what I had in there. And let's see. I had a lot of fun playing Mario Kart Double Dash. People love the heck out of that. Not much I can really say about that. I just would play the Bullet Bill car, and I'd use the Koopas, and not much else to say about that. Just a lot of nostalgia. Though with Mario Kart 8, I gotta be Dry Bones. Dry Bones is my dude. If there's ever a Dry Bones, I'm gonna pick him. If there's a winged version, I'll pick that one instead. Cause I don't know. I don't really care for Mario characters in general, but I don't know. I like dry bones. I don't know why. I don't even like skeletons usually, but I don't know. Something about dry bones. Oh, is this the moon? That doesn't look big enough to be the moon. How far up is this? We're not gonna be able to see, are we? That's fine. All right, and then let's see. We got Digimon World 4. That was a blast. An example of extremely fucking simple controls. You just move and you press attack. There is a block button as well. Good luck trying to block anything because you have to do that fucking perfectly. Though if you over level yourself, it can automatically block for you. But you can also be one of those crazy people that like does very hard mode with just fucking instead of like any hits, you just fucking block it. It's really ridiculous. And the only way you're able to hit anything is just by like using a mod that like increases your attack like a crazy ton. Like I'm talking about insane amounts of increase on the attack mods. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to hit them ever. And because you're level one, it'll fucking take forever to kill anything. Let's see, what else was there? Uh, so many games. I have Need for Speed too, but I never really played it that much. I wanted to, but I don't know. Maybe I was just too spoiled from Sega Rally 2 and Sega GT. Because I remember being disappointed when I tried Need for Speed. Oh, gosh, once again, I'm out of breath when I'm starting. How does this keep happening? Uh, I think I might be getting a little sleepy. That might be because I've been eating too much ice cream. Let's see. What else was there? Oh, of course. Zelda games. There's something I can talk a bunch about. I mean, I remember Twilight Princess came out at the absolute perfect frickin' time because I was still in the wolves a lot at the time, and I liked the darkness. And not gonna mention the last thing. You can probably guess though, if you're really smart. And then like just seeing all of that come together, uh, I love the fuck out of Twilight Princess. And Midna is fucking awesome. So yeah, I just remember because I didn't look at the back of the box. I was just like, oh hey, a new Zelda game. Let me just go get it before looking at anything. So pretty much, I didn't know anything going on. So when it starts the game off by freaking, oh my god, starting by the the big wall of darkness, I'm like, holy shit, what's that? That's awesome! And then we go in the game, and it turns into a wall. I'm like, what? No fucking way! That's awesome! I was so freaking happy. Uh, and I was just like, is this game just reading my mind on what I love? So I love that a lot. Also, it really helps. I gotta say, when it comes to linear Zeldas, I'd have to say Twilight Princess is my favorite. And then after that, it gets a little hard to decide between Wind Waker and Skyward Sword. I know there's going to be one person that might be listening to this that might be going, what? Skyward Sword and not Wind Waker? What is this? I don't know. I do love the fuck out of Wind Waker, though. I've played that a bazillion times. But Skyward Sword is done pretty well. And I don't know. I just like it a lot. Only problem with Skyward Sword is that it can be a bit grindy when it comes to upgrades. Also, another thing I gotta say about Skyward Sword is that the combat in Skyward Sword reminds me a lot of Zelda 2. Basically, it's all about the sword. You don't use the regular items that much in Skyward Sword at all. So you're basically doing sword gameplay. Luckily, in both Zelda 2 and in Skyward Sword, the sword gameplay is fucking fun as hell, and that's enough to keep it afloat. But it's like, Wind Waker and Twilight Princess made me really freaking miss having items to use on enemies, especially Wind Waker. Wind Waker is probably the best game in the series when it comes to items. I could be wrong on that because I don't know how it is with Ocarina of Time that much, because I always forget everything about that game because that game puts me to sleep. And I don't know about Majora's Mask. I'm sure there's some other there might be another game, but yeah. When it comes to the 3D Zeldas, that's how I feel about the item usage. Oops. I just want to make sure I'm next to my bed. But yeah. I remember I was doing an in-depth thing on Twilight Princess. I don't know if I'll ever get around to like making an actual guide, but I was like mapping out all the locations of where the rupees were in Twilight Princess. Because I loved playing on the Wii U. That was so fun. I gotta say, I love the gyros again. Splatoon was fun. Twilight Princess was fun. Unfortunately, that's the thing about the Wii U. So many games. There's so much potential for that gamepad, but almost no games freaking used it. It's like, oh my god, you made a console for this, but we didn't get to see it that much. At least there were some games that did it. Game & Warrior did pretty awesome with it. From what I've seen at least. Nintendo Land made me have so much hope for it. Because holy fuck, the games in Nintendo Land are so fun. And I love playing all the co-op games in Nintendo Land. Probably the closest I'll ever get to playing multiplayer in Metroid, because I'm not gonna have the DS games for the Metroid Prime Hunters. And Federation Force actually looked pretty fun. I just didn't understand why people were bitching about it. I understand the chibi stuff is stupid because, you know, it's supposed to be a super scary game or something like that. But like when it comes to gameplay, I look at it and I'm like, this looks pretty much exactly like the Metroid Prime series. So on the gameplay front, I just didn't see what people were complaining about. Because I was watching plenty of gameplay and it didn't seem bad at all. If it wasn't chibi, I don't think people would be ranting about it as much. Oh well, I'll just have to see what happens with Metroid Prime 4. Probably gonna be another single player game. I still need to play Metroid Prime 3. Someday. Let's see. What other games did I have on the GameCube? Oh, I had a hunting game that my sister got me. I think she wanted to play it more than I did. And she did play it, and she did pretty well. But for me, even with the fucking markers being like, hey, this is where the animals are, I just didn't have any patience. And even when I just sat there the whole time, I didn't understand how to get the animals to come to you. So I'm like, whatever. It's nice to relax and sit around sometimes, but sitting around for an entire hour? That's a bit much. Because you don't get to see any difference in the scenery at all. I don't know. Ugh. I'm not much of a wildlife hunter guy. But of course, I like animals a lot, so it's like being the one to shoot them, makes me not feel the greatest. But it's all on how it's presented, of course. I mean, in Metroid Prime, everything's trying to kill you, and you're basically committing genocide every single time with Samus. When are we gonna climb the moon? This does not look like a moon. Oh, I'm feeling it. Oh, it's really dark down there. What the? Oh, that's the trophies. I thought I wouldn't be able to see them right now. Okay. I have so many GameCube games. It's just hard to remember them all because a lot of them I didn't play a ton, like Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. But yeah, the best way to go about playing those games is get through like all the game, unlock all of the main items, and then start exploring. Do not do the same thing with Majora's Mask, because once you get to the Zora place, you have to get enough bottles for the eggs. Otherwise, you're going to have to make at least 7 trips. Because you can only carry 1 egg per bottle. That is time consuming. That's what happened to me. That kind of soiled my experience because it just took too long to get back and forth. It should have been a quest item. They might have fixed that in the remake, but in the original, that's not how it was. I still want to play through Majora's Mask because conceptually, it's my favorite. Though Breath of the Wild 2 might be changing that. It looks like it's going to be a lot more darker. And I feel like it's going to take a Majora's Mask sort of route with it. So hopefully, because I like all the spooky scary. It's going to be all spooky scary. And I loved Breath of the Wild. I want to play it so bad. But it takes time. And oops. It's such a relaxing game. It's like Skyrim in its way of relaxing, but Breath of the Wild is much prettier and the gameplay is much more fun. The only problem is you don't get to create your own build for your character, and you don't get access to the shouts. I really hope that the next Breath of the Wild is multiplayer, because especially since we saw Zelda and Link traveling together, I'm like, 2-player please? 2-player please? But of course, that's just because once I played Four Swords, I really want to play multiplayer Zelda. Four Swords is a completely different experience to normal Zeldas, obviously, because it's super fucking trolly. Like, really, really trolly. But I love the fuck out of that game. Someday, I'll get to play Four Swords again. Speaking of Four Swords, and games that connect to just 4 Game Boy Advances at the same time, and having a GameCube, Kirby's Amazing Mirror. Oh, love that game. It was so great. I just hope to see something like that again. Oh, okay. I don't know what I was thinking there. Yeah, I started this thinking maybe I was taking too many rests. I'm feeling pretty tired right now. This should be the final climb that I do. It's very vertical, I gotta say. It's so vertical. Sorry, I'm just focusing a little bit. Let's see here. What other games? Man, I feel like talking about Time Splitters 2 more, but I don't really know what else to say, because I don't remember it well enough. It's just, that game was so freaking good. It's like everything that you can want from a game. The only problem is, the core gameplay is what I don't like. I'm not a fan of the James Bond thing, but everything else about it is absolutely 10 out of 10. Music's great, the level design is great, the characters are awesome, and there's just a little bit of something for everybody. It's like, damn. I like the Time Splitters games, but I've only played Time Splitters 2 and a tiny bit of Future Prefect. And I don't remember much about Future Prefect, so I don't know if it's actually bad or not. All I remember is that it has one of the worst. I love the joke. The worst slogan ever. It's time to split. And then, like, the person he was with is like, "I'll take the next elevator." Fucking love that shit. Yeah, the character I would play the most, I think was called Gretel, and I didn't understand that it was like a girl, because I didn't know anything about Hansel and Gretel, and then like Gretel looked like some sort of like ninja thing, and I'm like, oh my god, that ninja thing, it's awesome. And so I just went with that. I did not realize until many, many years later there's a couple pair of boobs just barely underneath the little red cloak that it has. I'm like, oh, I didn't know. It's just funny. And the other character that I used a lot, there's actually two of them. I used Robofish a lot because I like being small characters for some reason. I don't know why. It's like, whenever there's a small character, there's usually one I want to use. It's weird. And then the last character that I like to use was the Scourge Splitter, because I don't know, he just looks really cool. Oh, this is a workout. I gotta say, the first level of Time Splitters 2 is gotta be my favorite, because you can go balls to the wall in that level if you so choose, but if you're someone like me, you can also stealth mission it, and you can pretty much kill all of the dudes just by being stealthy. Until the very end, of course, which I'm pretty sure there's alarms going off, regardless of what happens, because the zombies start attacking everything. I just love that mission so much. Give me a game where I can go stealth, and I love doing that. I like being sneaky. Spy was my favorite class in TF2 for that very reason. And speaking of sneaky GameCube games, fucking Splinter Cell. It's a game I want to play. I only played a very short amount of it, but I want to go play it some more. It seems like it has some nice humor from here and there. Oh my god, these vertical walls are so freaking high. Let me... Shoot me up! Bring me up, Scotty! What was I talking about? Something about Time Splitters, I think? Oh wait, no, I was talking about Splinter Cell. Yeah, I got to play co-op with someone a long time ago. Had a blast playing co-op with them. Hopefully I can do that again. Because the missions that happen in solo are different from co-op. I could probably do the solo missions again at some point. Because I only made it through like a few levels. I didn't make it that far. I just got bored of it. I don't know why. Seems like it's a fun game, but I think maybe it's because I was getting bored of shooters at the time and wanted to play something different. Also, Smash. I love the fuck out of Smash. Ugh. Stretch for a second. My arms. And my back, apparently. Like the very top of my back. Right next to the shoulder. I know. Random information that no one cares about. Let's see. If I gotta play Metal Gear at some point. Because people always say that they love the heck out of the Metal Gear games. I used to like not hate Snake. I used to hate Snake because I always thought he was just a freaking Mr. Serious guy for the sake of being serious, just like a bazillion other games. But looking into Metal Gear a little bit, there's actually a lot of silly jokes, and it's fucking hilarious. And I don't know, there's a lot of nice over-the-top shit. So I feel like I could get into Metal Gear. So I'll have to try that at some point. What game I should start with? I have no idea. There's so many. Because I haven't played any. I mean, I played the one on the NES, but that's like a basically entirely different game. Even though the first NES game does have some nice things, I feel asleep. That's the one thing I remember. I didn't play for long, but I do remember that. It's the first dialogue that you see. Whether it's on purpose or not, I don't know, but it seems right up Metal Gear's alley from what I've seen. The only game I've seen all the way through of Metal Gear is Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Yes, the one with Raiden. The one that some people don't like, but you know, I watch Two Best Friends. I don't watch them very often, but when it comes to over-the-top games, they are the people to watch. They know how to fucking enjoy the hell out of it. Because with normal games, I just can't stand them. But with over-the-top games, they are fucking hilarious to watch. Oh. Can I jump up this? Whee! Yeah! Oh, fallen. I can't think of any other GameCube games right now. I would have probably played the fuck out of Animal Crossing if I had that, though. I have the mobile version, and that was fun for a while, but you know, it's just a grind fest. I like hearing what the characters have to say, and they say the same goddamn thing on the mobile. So it's like, I don't know. I would love to play an actual Animal Crossing game, but I don't know if I'll ever do that because it takes time. Time I don't have. And if I wanted to build my own house, I'd probably want to learn 3D modeling and build it myself. So with that said, it is nice to have something like Animal Crossing to give you a nice head start, looking at like a few thousand different things that you can do with your house. So many different styles. Yeah. Oh my god. These walls are ridiculous. I swear if I get to the top of this and it's like, and there's 5 buttons, it's like, hey, 4 of these will send you to the spawn, but 1 will put you on top of the moon. I'm gonna flip a table. Gently though. I don't want to damage anything. I guess I should start talking about the Wii. Not much happened with the Wii. I played Brawl, and that was fun. I got every single trophy, and then the data got erased. That sucked. And just because of how much of a pain in the ass it was to get Meta Ridley's trophy, I'm fine with not getting 100% again. I have no... I just don't want to deal with Meta Ridley. It took forever. Whether I chose a lower difficulty and just turned up the spawn rate for the trophies, or if I did the hardest difficulty, and then it just, Hit the controller. Alright. Anywho. But Meta Ridley was a pain in the butt. I'm just not going to go back to that. And I did get an SD card just so I could play Project M. Because some people were like, hey, go play Project M. I'm super competitive, yo! Go play Project M! And then I just kicked his butt, even though I never played Project M before. Because he didn't have very good fundamentals on Smash. So I was just able to beat him. Of course, he was pretty good at attacking and dodging, but, you know, there's one little thing. If you never block or never grab, I know exactly what I should do when fighting you. I can just block your attacks and just hit you. Or I could spot dodge. I can do whatever I want. I could counter. Whatever I so please. You have to do more than just attack. And, yeah. It's just like, I don't know. I just find it funny. That's also the person that I told them, hey, you really need to start blocking. And then, since their main was a Samus, I decided to go show them a really, really harsh lesson. I didn't mean it to be so harsh, but I just wanted to do it just to show him, to drill it in his head to block sometimes. So basically, all I did was stand in one place, shoot missiles, and shoot charge shots. That's all I did. I didn't have to move ever. But I killed him just by standing in one place, using missiles and charge shots. I didn't have to do much of anything. So it's just, blocking is very good. Of course, there are ways around projectiles where you don't have to fucking block ever. But you know, when you're at low levels of play, it's nice to know how to block in the first place. That way, at higher levels, when blocking is the only option, you should block at those points. Because there are times where you can't attack. And if you attack, you could trade and die instead. And if you try to dodge instead of attack, you could also get hit in the first place and not be able to avoid it in the first place. Sometimes shielding is shielding or rolling or something like that. A defensive option is the only thing. There are many tools when you're playing Smash. Use them. I know they may be hard, but shielding isn't hard. Do it. And I need to learn how to fucking use the B reverse stuff for Lucario, because Lucario, he needs that shit. How did I get onto that subject? Oh yeah, we were talking about Brawl, and then that happened. Okay. As for other Wii games, played Wii Sports. I remember playing the tennis game a lot. That was fun. I remember doing so well that a lot of people getting really shocked at how good I was. I remember that. How good I actually was, I don't remember. I just remember people getting shocked. And then playing frickin' Wii Fit. I remember doing that. It was the first time I tried to like get myself to do an exercise routine. I didn't do like many proper exercises, but it did help me like do stretches to loosen myself up, and also like center out my balance, and it may sound silly, but when your balance is off center, it makes things a lot harder than they need to be. I actually should be doing the Wii Fit a little bit, the balance games in particular, because nothing else aligns my balance as well as that. So I kind of want to do that so I can balance myself more. Because if you're always on one side, it makes things a lot harder than they need to be. And it's not good for your posture anyways. I definitely haven't been balanced recently, so I'll have to fix that. But yeah, it helped me loosen up a lot when it comes to stretching. Because I get so stiff sometimes. Ah, my neck. Yeah. I was particularly fond of the torso twists. Because, holy crap, my torso gets really stiff. It's hard to move. I don't know what else to say about that. Wii Fit, it's better than nothing, is what I have to say about it mostly, but the balance is the most interesting thing about it. But it was getting me exercising, whereas I wasn't getting exercise before. Because exercising in video games is going to be a lot more fun than exercising in real life. Though, with that said, exercising in video games can be a little risky. Like, my arms were hurting so much the first time I was climbing all this, because I didn't know how to make myself stop. And I'm probably gonna hurt after this, because this is gonna be a 6,000 meter climb. It's mostly vertical though, so it shouldn't be too bad. Don't have to deal with many overhangs, so it should be fine. But I have a feeling I'll hurt myself with video games eventually because of the way the VR is going. Beat Saber is surprisingly very tiring. I was absolutely shocked. I thought people were just being silly. But no, it's actually really fucking tiring, and I am like a waterfall when yeah! You see that speed boost? I love that shit. Anyways, I'm like a waterfall doing Beat Saber. I wanna fucking upload some videos, but I gotta get a model rigged and working and all that stuff, and then get the mod that allows you to use custom models. And I want to be able to do that, because I don't want to do it in just first person. I think it would be cooler to see the avatar when someone's doing Beat Saber. And I don't want to do like a normal human. That's boring. I'll try doing a Lycanroc, but Lycanroc might be a little too small. I don't know how the mod works, so I don't know if it like scales the where the boxes are, depending on your model. So yeah. So far in Beat Saber, I'm around the 16 area. The first challenge that gave me a lot, the first like big difficulty increase is like at 11, where you have to like move your arms constantly so you can get the minimum hand movement. Oh, that was awful. And then they immediately go max movement, where you have to put your things by your waist and just move that way. Otherwise, you're probably gonna move your hands too much. But yeah. Also, because I was tired, I had a lot of trouble with the disappearing arrow ones. But that was just me being tired. I couldn't focus enough for the arrows. And it's kind of weird because you have to focus far away and up close. And when you're tired like that, it's like trying to rub your belly and pat your head. It's doable, but you'll probably take a second to remember how to do that. And you don't got a second with the disappearing arrows. Oh, that felt weird. I don't know what other VR games I'm gonna get. I really want to get Nostos. I want to get Skyrim. And I do want to get some horror games. But of course, I can't just go all willy-nilly buying games, which is why I don't have them yet. I only got Beat Saber because there was someone that was like really awesome that I liked. VR chat that just like looked at me and he's like, "You haven't gotten it yet?" And just staring at me in disbelief. And I'm like, "Okay, fine, I'll go get it." Because I've had a lot of people tell me to go get Beat Saber before, but you know, when there's someone that like looks at you like that and is like, "You haven't done it? What's wrong with you?" So yeah, I went to go get that. I was actually hoping I could play with that person earlier today. I saw them in this map, and then when I went to their map to try to climb with them, I saw them leaving through a portal. It's like, oh no, I just missed it. So that was a bummer. Oh, yeah! Speed boosts. Sorry for the silence there. I'm just trying to think of what to say. And there's some things I'm thinking about. I'm thinking, should I say that or should I not? Because once I start saying something, I'll just keep on going on that. Oh, yeah. Social stuffs. It's interesting. I should save that for another video. Because that's the thing, I could go on and on about the social stuff. And I haven't finished the fucking console stuff. And let me go talk more about the Wii. Let's see, what games were there? I mean, that might be it, really. There might be like one more game I'm not thinking of. But yeah, Brawl, Wii Sports, and Wii Fit. That's pretty much it. I do have others. I have No More Heroes. I want to play that. And I have No More Heroes too. I gotta go play those at some point. But I haven't gotten around to it yet. I have a few other games too. I just can't remember. But the Wii U, the first system I bought actually, I got it. I wasn't gonna buy. I try to make a rule to never buy a console, just for one game. But Smash kind of broke me from doing that because I love Smash like crazy, and I thought Smash 4 was gonna be the final one because it looked like it had so many characters and it looked like it was a lot more balanced. Because it is a hell of a lot more balanced than fucking Brawl and Melee. But we got Ultimate now, and Ultimate's even more balanced, despite having a larger roster. Is Ultimate perfectly balanced? Of course not. But like, it has so many characters, and because of the way that the knockbacks work, where it just like instantly sends people outwards, it's a lot more fun to watch and to play. So it's gonna be hard for me to go back to the previous ones. With that said, though, I had a blast playing Smash 4, and I do not regret getting it because there was a lot of time that I had in that game that was really fun. Even if it put me through hell with Meta Knight, because holy fuck, Meta Knight was hard to play in that game. He was my worst character for the longest time in that game. Toon Link was the closest to being my worst. It's just, I couldn't do the ladder combo, and that's like the whole reason why he was kind of good in that, so that's a big problem. But after I played Sheik a bit, I was able to play Meta Knight. So yay. Yeah. As for other Wii U games, that was basically when I decided to go all in on Zelda, and I bought like every game that you could buy on the Wii U. I got the original Zelda, Zelda 2, Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, the HD remake of Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, the DS ones. But yeah, I got all the Wii U Zeldas that you can get. So it's basically the Zelda console right now. And I have Breath of the Wild on that. And I have Breath of the Wild on the Switch. Like a fool. But yeah. So the reason why I got Breath of the Wild twice is because I had fun playing besides someone on Wind Waker. They were on the Wii U Wind Waker, and I was on the GameCube Wind Waker, and I had a blast with that. And I gotta say, the changes that they've made in the Wii U Wind Waker is so much nicer. I still haven't played the Wii U Wind Waker, yet someone else did on my console. That's funny. Alright. But I gotta say, I love playing Zelda 2. That game is designed so well. I love it so much. There's the only thing I could think of that I couldn't figure out was the mirror, but it makes sense. Someone losing their mirror, maybe they lost it somewhere in their house. So that makes sense, but you would assume you would have to go travel somewhere, but no, it's in their fucking house under a table. So that was like the only thing I couldn't think of. Because everything else in the game, absolutely everything else, is hinted at in some way. I remember there being one pointless NPC though, like in the Invisible Town, and like I'm pretty sure even after you make everything not invisible anymore, he's still invisible. So I just happened to find him by accident, just by jumping randomly and attacking, just because I like jumping like crazy in video games. So I did that and found him. I'm like, what's the point of this? Oh, speaking of the Wii U, I missed the Miiverse. That was so fun, just saying random things. One of these days, I gotta fucking make a video showing all of my Miiverse posts because there's a lot of interesting things that I came across and a lot of little trivia things that I'd like to talk about in my Miiverse posts because I'll just get around to it at some point. I had a lot of fun with the Twilight Princess remake. And I decided to be very experimental when I was playing through that too. Because, for example, I decided to try fighting the Darknuts as a wolf. Even if you cannot hurt it when they're armored, of course. Even if their shield is gone, you still can't hurt them. It just doesn't work. However, you can fight them when their armor is off and they just toss their big sword at you. You can fight them. But it's really glitchy. Like if they kick you, no damage is done and you just kind of stand in place. Nothing happens. It's really glitchy. Oh my god. Oh no. Is this the moon? I doubt it. This is too small to be the moon. It's not even as bad as the overhang of Doom. Unless if this is the overhang that they are saying that they nerfed. Because the other overhang didn't seem like it was nerfed. So, I don't know. Oh shit. Unless it's gonna change as I go up. Oh hey, stars! Sweet. Uh, hmm. I don't know. There's so much I could say about Wind Waker and Twilight Princess because I played through them so much. I just hope that I'll be able to make videos about it before I forget everything about those games. Because it's gonna be a long time before I play them again. I kind of miss being able to just like master a game, but at the same time, it's so nice that there's so many good games to play now. You should never get bored with video games. There's just too many good games out there now. Anyways, back to the Wii U games. Rabbids Land. I haven't played it yet. I saw some people play it. It's trolly as fuck. I want to play it so badly, but I don't. I haven't played it yet. Oh, dang it. I want to get some air. At least once. Want some air. Give me air. Eh. One of these times I want to show what it looks like when you get some major air. For the other person, it worked pretty nicely. But for me, no such luck. Yeah! There's some air. I got all the way up to here. That's some nice air. Yeah! Whew! Yeah! I don't have to put my arms up. It's just something I do automatically. Let's see. What other games do I have? I have Zombie Wii U. I haven't played it yet, but it actually uses the Wii fucking U pad. It makes me feel bad that I haven't done it yet. Maybe I'll do that for October. It would actually fit the theme. I could actually do that. Maybe I will. Oh no, it's probably not going to be scary enough, but you know, it's still horror themed. Should be nice. I was not expecting to see stars like that. I was expecting to see like actual stars, but that's okay too. This makes me think of Kirby games though. You see stars all the time in Kirby games. Ooh. I gotta roll my shoulders a bit. How's he doing? Still break time. He's taking a long break. Maybe we'll see Skull Kid at the top of this of the moon. That'd be nice. um, what other Wii U games did I have? I have Mario Kart 8. I also got it on the Switch. I could probably get rid of the fucking Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. There really is no reason to have it on the Wii U when you have it on the Switch. Especially when I don't want to have to unlock everything. I still, I don't know. Also, I don't think Dry Bones is in the Wii U version either, so even all the more reason to not play the Wii U version. Because Dry Bones is my guy. Hmm. Dang, I do have a bunch of Wii U games. I just am drawing a blank. I can't remember. I sunk so much time into Breath of the Wild, though. Do you remember that? Breath of the Wild and fucking Smash Brothers? Those probably took up most of my time on the Wii. Oh yes, Hyrule Warriors. Duh. Right. Okay, for a second there, I thought I saw the Majora's Mask moon face. Uh, uh, eh, eh, let me. Eh, eh, uh, eh, eh, let me up. There we go. Oh, it's so quiet all of a sudden. Don't hear the wind. Oh yeah, Hyrule Warriors. I fucking love the hell out of that. I can't remember exactly who I played the most of, but I think Girahim and Volga were my two main dudes. And that was before I played Skyward Sword, I believe. Yeah, it was before I played Skyward Sword. Hey, that is a big ass star. Holy crap. But yeah, I did most of it. I like 100% all the maps except for the Majora's one, because my characters were too weak at the time. And then oh yeah, and one other one, the one before that. But yeah, I was gonna go do that, but then I decided to go max out the levels for Link and Twilight Midna, because they got to be the overpowered ones. And Link is really fun to play, and he has the Master Sword. The Master Sword makes things so easy to do. And then Twilight Midna is just powerful as fuck. And the other person that liked to come on over a lot, who loves Zelda a lot, liked playing Twilight Midna a lot. So I want to make sure that Twilight Midna was there. And Twilight Midna has to be the overpowered one for sure. So yeah, I got both of them to the maximum level. And then I was gonna go do the rest of the places, and then I just never got around to it. I don't know. Probably too. Oh, I remember why. I got distracted by trying to get like everyone's like super perfect gear for their move sets. Yeah, I was trying to get perfect gear because you can level up and get perfect gear at the same time. So I was like, I'm gonna go do that because I know there were some maps that were just perfect for that, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna go do that because at this point, I don't really care because we're not gonna see all the missions. I mean, people aren't gonna care to see all the missions. Part of the fun is just completing the maps. So if the map's not complete, it just gives something to look forward to if I ever go back to it. And then, but one thing I do want is to have like the perfect weapons for whenever I go back to it. Too bad I didn't get to finish that. Is this getting bigger or is it just copy pasta? Seems like copy pasta to me. Hey, you fucking bitch with your copy pasta. I don't blame them for wanting to do the copy pasta. I don't blame them for that at all. It's a pain in the ass to build all this shit, but I can still be salty about it. If you're gonna waste everyone's time by doing this stuff, you might as well make it interesting. But hey, They set out on a mission to make you go climb as far as you can. That's what they did. Ugh. I don't know what's up with that black circle up there. Is that the top of the map? Here we go with the overhangs. Oh, I hate overhangs. Oh, I hate them so much. Oh my god, my shoulders. Just roll them a little. Oh, that feels great. And then, oop. Uh, I should probably mention I don't think I've ever had a fear of heights, but that's because whenever I would peek over a corner, it's like I always wanted to jump off. I don't know why. It's like, body, these are not the appropriate emotions to be having. You know that jumping would just kill you, right? Why do you want to do that? Emotions? Why are you doing that? It's not the greatest idea. Oh yeah, emotions are weird sometimes. And it also reminds me of like whenever I get cut, for some reason, it makes me happy. It's like, excuse me, body. This is not the appropriate response. Bleeding is bad. You're getting damaged. You should not be happy. I assume it's just because of the adrenaline that gets caused, but I'm starting to wonder if it's like something's messed up a little somewhere. So I feel the more positive effects of adrenaline more than like the things that like warn you that you shouldn't be doing that. It's just really freaking weird to me, at least. And if there is some reason for that, holy crap, this angle. Oh. Oh my god, this angle. What the fuck? I just be careful with this one. Oh, that angle. That was a little scary. That's like probably the worst possible angle to do. Oh, what's are they not connected? You don't have my interest. Huh. Yeah, I made it to the top, that's but I didn't make it to the Moon DLC because the Moon DLC wasn't even out when I did this, and then I got sent back to spawn anyways. So even if I did, I wouldn't have made it back on that same day. Oh my god, my shoulders. My shoulders weren't the thing that bothered me the most the first time I climbed this. It was my neck mainly. And yeah, my left upper arm. My right upper arm was bothered a little bit, but not as much as my left arm. I must be getting somewhat close. I feel like I've been climbing for quite a while. How long? It is almost 8 o'clock. I started at 6 something. I don't remember exactly when. But yeah. My brain. I forget why I was talking about that stuff. Oh well. Let's see what other Wii U games did I don't know. I have a bunch of Wii U games that I bought for those times when I have friends over, but it's probably gonna be a long time before that happens. Because building up social skills on VR chat, and then once I feel confident enough in VR chat, I'll bring that over to the real world. because that's already been helping me crack jokes and such at work already. But going to a place with the intention of like making friends, that's a lot harder, especially in a town where the only place to go is a bar and I don't drink. That might change sometime, but ow, 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 ow. Ooh, my poor thumb. Anywho, onwards and upwards. I think that's pretty much all I gotta say about the Wii U games. It's not a whole lot of interesting games. There's Hyrule Warriors that I spent a few hundred hours on. Breath of the Wild, I spent a few hundred hours on. And Smash, probably spent thousands of hours on. I would not be surprised. It was fun. I really do like that skybox. So pretty. Um, yeah, so I guess I'll start talking about the Switch games. Got Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8, like a fool as well. And then Mario's Odyssey, I got about 700 moons. Then I just sort of stopped. I got busy with life and I just didn't have the time to go do it. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Is that the actual moon that I have to climb? Uh. All right. Hello, tent. Drink some water. Yes, I would love that. Holy fuck, I am actually really thirsty. And me talking like this, I mean, just talking like this normally makes me thirsty as fuck. So I'm surprised I'm not more thirsty. But then again, once I take off my headset, it's gonna feel a lot worse. Why do you do the 3/10 again? I will drink some water. All right. So, oh my god, my arms. Holy fuck. Oh my god. But let's see here. So another 2,700 meters? That shouldn't be too bad, right? But here's what I'm worried about. That's gonna be all overhang, isn't it? It's gonna be all overhang. And that's the worst part, is the overhang. Alright. So I guess I'll just take a rest here, drink some water, and then I'll start talking about the rest of my Switch games. And then I'll take a good, nice, long look at the Switch games so I remember them a bit better. So see you in the last video? Question mark. Well, let's see. Wait. Oh, other thing. See you then.